Look out, here she comes.
Mid-June, I met him. I was talking to him while I was building my van, and then came out to Canmore, Alberta. Basically, immediately started to hang out all the time.
Everything just clicked immediately. We knew that everything was going to work out, and within 2 months of us even knowing each other, I sold my van and moved in.
I was like, yeah, you can move in.
We live together, we drive together, and we work together.
We do everything.
Everything
so
is together.
It's actually pretty dang good.
Yeah, we haven't killed each other, so that's pretty good 6 months.
My brother is the architect and my dad is the builder. I chose kind of the layout of it, and I was like, okay, this is what I want. Draw it up, see if it works dimensionally. And then obviously I just chose all the colors, but mainly the building stuff was like dad and brother. The rest is history, because now it's built and now we're having the best time. Hi everyone, my name's Nikki.
I'm Ben, and this is our Ford Transit called Wilson. Wilson is a 2017 Ford Transit 250. It's the 3.5 litre V6 engine. We keep it pretty stock on the outside, so it's a little bit more subtle, so there's not a ton of modifications going on. It's not lifted, we don't have any fancy big mud tyres. Nice and stealthy, just a couple of little things changed on the outside, so we'll show you those. So down the side here, we have a CR Lawrence window, which has been put in. So we got a little bit of ventilation coming through the van, which is super, super nice. A little flap for putting in our water. We have a 15-gallon tank, which is mounted underneath. We wanted to have lots and lots of storage inside, so that's why our water's underneath. And then up on the roof, hidden, we have 3 100-watt Renogy solar panels. So that is how we get some of our juice, but the rest comes through our alternator charging. So one of our favorite things that we love about Wilson the van is that we like to give him a lot of human characteristics. So the water, where we put our water in, that becomes his belly button. And just down here we have a grey water valve, which is where we dump our grey water, and we like to refer to this as Wilson's butthole. So it's just right down here. Just pop this open, and this is how we empty out all of our grey water when we get to a dumping station. Coming around the back, we have both of our rear windows tinted nice and dark, so we can see out, but no one can see in. That was definitely a must do. It was really good once we got that done, and it makes it a little bit more stealthy inside as well. Then just here at the back in Wilson's garage, we have a little outdoor water shower combined with our water heater, which is tapped into our pump that's inside, so they both divert off that. That's what we have our outdoor shower connected to as well. And then we just have a locked storage underneath, which is where we keep all of our clothes we don't need right now for winter, for example, that we're running away from, our bikes, skateboards, all that good stuff, camping gear. So if you want to check it out, this is what we got. So underneath at the back, we have 4 of these massive storage boxes. We did used to have 2 and 2. I used to have a lot more stuff. Now Nikki has usually 3 and I have 1. She's got a lot more stuff, so that's fair. But this is just our winter clothes we don't need to hold on to, books and things like that we're just kind of rotating through. A little bit of extra water storage. We keep our laundry back here. There's a bicycle hidden in here. There's skateboards. Our batteries are right at the back underneath, so everything's mounted in the garage here. So tucked right down at the back, we have 2 batteries. We have 182 amp hours of battery, and we're running 2 Nordica AGM batteries hooked up to an MPPT charge controller. We actually have the 60 amp. We also have a 1000 watt inverter, but it would be nice to have a little bit more, but for now, it gets us by and that's all we need. Then down the left side, we just have stuff like our camping gear, tents, camp chairs, all that kind of stuff that we need once we stop, or if we want to go on a different adventure. Then up on the top, at the back and down the sides, we have these awesome exterior LEDs. Really nice when you park up somewhere and you're trying to do something outside at nighttime. It gives us a lot of light. It really spreads the light out well. We use it quite a lot when we've parked up and we're having like a fire outside and friends sitting around when we're camping. And helping us set up, sometimes we put a projector up on the outside and watch movies, which has been super awesome. And setting up that kind of stuff without a light can be a bit of a pain. So these are super handy. And also, when your friends are parked behind you and they want to come visit and it's nice and dark, you can light it up for them.
Hi everyone, my name's Nikki and this is the inside of my home. I chose to make this van like all different shapes and shades of wood because I just really love wood. It's really cozy, like cabin vibes by the fire, just chilling out. The whites pop, it's like white wood gold. That's kind of the theme of this van. It's like modern cabin chic. So this is my beautiful mirror that I bought at a thrift store, and it's a really nice accent piece for this van. I made this actually myself. My dad didn't help me. I did it all by myself. And this is my little ledge so I can like do my makeup and, I don't know, use it. And then, yeah, so just some hooks here. We made this sliding door that's really loud and creaky, but it does the job. This wood, I knew this wanted to be an accent wall that speaks really loudly, so I decided I was gonna cut the logs up like a cucumber, so I call it my cucumber wall, and I stuck them all on. I definitely have to re-glue them on every month, but that's okay. I don't really mind. I just really like them. So this is one of my favorite pieces in the van. It is a big slice of elm wood. I sanded it down for a lot of days straight and put some epoxy on it, and this is my beautiful countertop. I chose this instead of just like your typical Home Depot block because if you look at it from above, you can see there's like a curve. It has a lot more character than just like a typical square block, so that's kind of why it's like a huge accent piece in here. I chose this gold faucet because it was either silver, black, or gold. And I was like, well, everything else is gold, white, and brown, so it's gotta be gold. I chose this quite large sink because a lot of vans have like really small sinks, just like my last one, and I wanted to be able to put a pot in there and like actually clean the whole pot. So I really love this sink, and sometimes we just chuck a bunch of dishes in there and clean them the next day, so it holds a lot of dishes, so it's great. So these jars are also one of my favorite accent pieces in the van. A lot of people ask me if they're magnet jars or if they're screwed in or how on earth they're up there. So they're screwed in with 2 screws and 2 washers up here, and that thing's not going anywhere, so it's pretty awesome. This fruit basket is pretty cool. The only thing I would suggest not buying it for is because every time we drive, it hits and our bananas are not happy. So anyways, we think we want to put another hook there so it kind of chills out. This backsplash was polyurethane base, that's what the grout is, and it was the most flexible one, so I decided to use that one. And I did a poll on Instagram because I didn't know what backsplash to do, and everyone said honeycomb, so that's the one I went with. I let you guys decide, so thanks for that. It looks pretty good. So this is my awesome large fridge. I love how massive it is, but it does require a lot of energy, which is kind of annoying, but definitely wouldn't regret it. So under here we have our sink. Our new water pump that we just got is a SureFlow 3 gallons. We used to have another pump that was 1.5 gallons and it died on us after 6 months. So we got a new one and it's super strong. In my old van in New Zealand, I only had a stove top, so in this van I really wanted to have a stove. And yeah, I definitely love having the stove in here because I love cooking. So under here we have a bunch of storage for like pans, pots, and cutting boards, and just the usual stuff that you put under an oven in a house. And in this cabinet, it's definitely a little bit messy. We need to reorganize our cabinets, but just a bunch of random stuff like our towels, my purses, because I really like purses. And behind there we have 2 propane tanks. One leads into the stove and then one leads into the water heater in the back. So this cabinet we left open for one reason, because there's a huge slant and it's really hard to build like a door. So we just decided to leave it open. Yes, sometimes plates come flying and they break, but what can you do? It's all good. So anyways, this is where like our mugs are, our coffee and tea and all that kind of stuff. And in this one, by the way, these are my favorite little leather pulls. It brings the brown up a little higher. Love it. So in here we got all of our food, basically our dry food. And in this cupboard, this is our toiletry cupboard. Lots of baby wipes. As you know, if you live in a van, you need those. And just kind of the usual, like some medicine and some toothbrushes. So in this area, my dad and I were thinking of how to use this space the best. So number one was the toilet had to be here. So that's kind of how we decided where that went. So it's on sliders. I'm really happy with how green it is, how low waste it is, and it doesn't use any chemicals. And it's really easy to use, and it blows all the stinky air outside the van. Then that's amazing. And we all need somewhere to put the cutlery. So we decided to put the cutlery up here. Nice big drawer, lots of space for stuff. Very happy about that. And what Ben was showing you outside, this is the inside version. So this is where we do lots of work, eat all our food, have friends over, and have lots of fun. And definitely another one of my favorite things about this van. So this is my creaky door. I just wanted somewhere where I could easily access like a master kill switch or my inverter, just if something was going wrong, just a big turn off switch. This is my carbon monoxide detector and some bad smelly vibe detector in case something's going wrong. It also tells you what temperature it is in here, which is kind of nice to know. And some more sockets. This is the plug for the fridge. So we have 2 sets of these in the van, and it's really good for charging laptops and phones and everything. It's awesome. So under here we have lots of storage for blankets and shoes and stuff. So up here we have a fantastic fan. It's not so fantastic because the knob broke and we have to keep fixing it. But anyways, it's kind of fantastic. This is a queen mattress. It's a queen this way, but then lengthwise I actually cut off maybe like 10 inches because I'd rather have 10 inches of living space and less bed. And I didn't realize I was gonna have a boyfriend, so his feet just hang off. Sorry about that, Ben. So up here, I didn't want the space to go to waste, so I decided to make a little undie drawer and some socks. So up here, this is my little closet. I used to have everything, and now, since he moved in, now I only have one, which is really sad. All you ladies can understand. And this is Ben's closet. This piece of wood here is actually the same piece of wood as this one. We just cut it in half and used it for 2 different things. And obviously this half had to go here because it's beautiful.
I've had a camera in my hand sometime for the last 9 years. I started off shooting film on my dad's old camera, and I jumped into digital world. It changed my world. I started seeing things differently and got obsessed with it. And yeah, now it's become my full-time job and it takes me all these awesome places.
In New Zealand, I got into photography as well. Basically, New Zealand just changed my whole life. Let's just start there. Yeah, I bought a used camera there, had so much fun shooting the beautiful landscapes, and just kind of progressed from there, and then now I'm here. I love photography so much.
I don't think this relationship would work the way it does if only one of us was into it. Because like a lot of our life revolves around having a camera in our hand and taking photos, either for like personal interest or for us to make money. You can see some beautiful places, like travel affordably, and we've met some amazing people like through van culture, which has been super sweet.
Yeah, and my favorite thing is that everything's with us. So if we want to go longboarding or for a bike ride or for cooking or like just do anything, like everything's with us all the time. If we get sick of somewhere, we can just go somewhere else. So it's perfect.
It's so nice to be where you want, when you want. If you want to see more of our adventures, tag along on our road trip, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, everything.
We're a little bit silly, so follow us along to watch our silly selves. His name's Wilson. He's amazing. And now today we're going to show you what he looks like.
Okay. Let's try that one more time.
We both make farty noises with our mouth all the time. Well, I'm not gonna do it, but I'm telling you what we do.
Now I want you to do it.
I don't think I can
You even say this, now you're digging a hole.
It's funny, it just means we're both weird. Woo!
Does that end?
I don't know. I need to shut up. See, I told you I'm bad at interviews.